Okay, let's create a color palette. You can do it both from the main panel, selecting Create New Palette, or from the palette library, clicking Create New Palette. Let's make one. Okay, the palette has been created and is visible in the palette library, and it's also been loaded into the main panel. And by default, it comes with two colors, one black and one white, but feel free to delete them if not needed. Okay, now we have an empty palette. Let's now add colors to this palette. These three icons with the plus symbol will do the job. The first one is for adding one single color. It opens the color picker panel, which I bet you know really well. Either select the color and use the interface, or insert its values or use the color picker. When you are done, click OK and the color becomes available in your palette. The second button imports colors from a selection. You can select one or more color properties and click to add their colors. You can also select a parent property, and Shade will dig through all the child properties in search for colors. The same logic applies if you select layers. Shade will search for colors in all its properties and effects. The panel though is getting a bit crowded, so let me first create a group by clicking on this icon that looks like a folder. And let's also make this group the target group for importing new colors. And to do that, I click on this little dot. Okay, we were talking about layers, so let's select these layers and click. As you can see, Shade has searched through all the properties and effects and imported all available colors. The same way you can import colors from text layers and solid layers. Let's create another group first so you can clearly see what happens, and let's make it our target group. Okay, here is the solid layer. As you can see, Shade imported its color, this one. And here is the text layer. If your After Effects version is older than 24.3, please watch video number 9 about text layers. If a color property has keyframes, all their relative colors will be imported. In this case, this color property goes from yellow to red, and selecting this layer and clicking imports both colors. If you just want to import, let's say, the red color, it's very simple, select just that keyframe. In Illustrator, this button behaves pretty much the same way. Make a selection and click. And you can also import swatches. In Photoshop, it's a bit different. It adds the foreground color, which might be the color you are painting with. Okay, the third way to import colors is by using the Add Colors from Text button. It opens a window where you can type or paste your X codes. You have already seen how to organize colors into groups and how to make any group a target group for importing colors. A few more things you need to know. If you right-click, you can rename it, release its colors, and that means that the colors will be moved from the group to the no man's land area. And you can also delete the group and all its colors. This small arrow pointing down is clickable and collapses or expands a color group. The next icon is the Minimize Groups icon. and I'm going to use the example palette number 3 for this to show you what it does. Icon removes all the group titles, leaving just the colors. And this way the UI is as small as possible, and you can do everything anyway. Right-clicking the dot icon will reveal the group menu we saw before. Creating a group works as seen before, and you can add colors the same way. You can move them around and move the groups too. So it's just a matter of taste. And if you want to go even further with tweaking the UI, you can resize the colors in the settings panel and make them bigger or smaller.